Welcome to another episode of Diary of a Wannabe Comedian with me, Belle, a wannabe comedian. So my passions in life are comedy and free speech. You've probably got the gist of that if you've been listening to this podcast for a while. And those two things clashed this week. I am, of course, talking about the arrest of Graham Linehan at the airport by 5 armed policemen. I mean, 5 armed... I walked back, I'm going off on a tangent here, but I was in central London today and I walked back and I walked down Whitehall and I walked past number 10, the end of number 10, and there were 4 armed policemen at the gate, and that was quite scary, just seeing 4 of them. So I can imagine how Graham felt when he saw 5 waiting at the airport for him, and, you know, I'm not surprised it put him in hospital, quite frankly, with stress. But anyway, let's get back to it. So Graham was arrested for tweets that he put out in April in Austin. I think he moved to Austin to work on a sitcom with an American producer. Pretty sure I did a podcast on that, or he did an interview before he left. Anyway, so he's been in America. Ironically, he came back because he'd got another court case to come back for. He got arrested for these tweets that he put out, and one of them in particular, I mean, to me, which is the one I think probably is the main focus, that's satire. So he was arrested under Section 29B of the Public Order Act, which is for the prevention of stirring up hatred on the basis of sexual orientation. We'll come back to that in a minute, but I think he made reference in one of his tweets to kicking a trans woman in the balls when they're in female-only spaces, something like that. But the point is, that is satire. You know, has this country lost its grip on what comedy is? That is 100% to me falls in satire, and it's absolutely not calling for women to kick people in the balls. But anyway, let's go back to the fact he was arrested under Section 29B, as I say, stirring up hatred on the basis of sexual orientation. Well, there you go. Trans is not a sexual orientation. Whatever way you look at it, it is not. And that is the grounds upon which the police are going to lose their case. I think the interesting part of the week has been how the government have pointed to the police and said, oh, what they do is nothing to do with us. And the police have pointed to the government going, oh, well, the government are not clear. I mean, come on, guys, this is ridiculous. You know, get a grip of yourselves. I think if you ask the average person to take a stab at interpreting that, they probably make a better job of it. But there you are. That's just my opinion. So what did Sir Keir Starmer have to say on this matter?
We have a long history of free speech in this country. I'm very proud of that, and I will always defend it.
So come on then, defend it. Get rid of this horrendous act, or at least these parts of this horrendous act that allow police to arrest people with 5 armed guards who are not even British. Let's not forget that. So Graham is actually Irish. He posted whilst in America, a country that is very proud of its free speech, as the First Amendment. He posted in America, and he came to this country not as a British citizen, but as an Irish citizen, and then he's arrested. So if you're planning a holiday in the UK, maybe you should go through and scrub your social media first. One last little point that I want to make is I have been saying to friends and family, or anyone that will listen to me for a very long time, that the UK is turning into North Korea. And I have been met with cries of, oh, conspiracy theorists, where's your tin foil hat, all of that. Basically, people thought that I was over-egging the pudding, let's put it that way. But this happened in America this week.
At what point did we become North Korea? Well, I think the Irish comedy writer found that out 2 days ago at Heathrow Airport. This is a genuinely worrying, concerning and shocking situation, and I thank you for the opportunity to come here today.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Well said. Thank you, Mr. Farage.
Indeed. A stark warning from the future Prime Minister. Much love and gratitude.